Hey, hey, John, good morning. It's August 21st, Monday, and we just wanted to know, do you have any reflections regarding horse racing over the weekend?
Hi, horse racing enthusiasts, and thanks, Linda. I appreciate the question. I have, as you know, I've been brewing over, the Alabama, and that race in particular from Saturday. But I drew some conclusions regarding the track, and I mean this isn't any sort of science sort of thing, and it's no great revelation. But I went back and looked at the horses, and during the race on Saturday, during the card on Saturday, I had an inkling and I felt like horses on the dirt, if your horse broke and had speed, it won the race. And then that brought me to the Alabama, and I had it in the back of my head, like I was on tax, and tax was going to be more of a it was going to be more of a sort of a rate horse that was going to, the distance was going to play into its hand, and we would get some level of closing, but not a deep closer, if you will. Well, but in the back of my mind, randomized was the sole speed in that race, and I just didn't make all the connections. I think I really beat myself up over the last few days. Randomized was the clear horse to bet in that race because it was the speed. And when I looked at the card, earlier today, out of six dirt races, 4 horses on Saturday prior to the Alabama, horses won on the lead and speed held. And the other two, get this, that were dirt races as well, the winner broke on the lead, relinquished the lead, so in fact, rated back a length or 2 or 3, and then came on to win. So again, it was favoring speed still to that day. So what does that tell you? It tells you in the middle of a day, you have to be looking at the track conditions. You have to be able to assess, like, what are the strategic values of what's happening on the race course, and you have to be aware and present enough to make those changes in your betting, particularly for those big races, particularly for randomized. That was 7-1. That's a $16 horse for a $2 bet. That, in my opinion, was an easy bet. So let's take that information and go forward to Sunday. I think it's very curious. So Sunday we had two horses that won in the lead. The second race, the horse 5 broke on the lead and won. Later in the card, another one did that. But we also started to see 2 races on the dirt again, where horses kind of broke nice and then rated and won. And then let me take you to the last race, because I think this is very indicative, and maybe, I don't know about the the soil composition and how it's packed, or I got to get more into all that and how we determine whether a track is favoring speed and why is that happening. I don't know the reasons for that. But the last race was very curious. So last race, we had horse, the 5 and the 6. The 6, I think, was Hey Toby. Was a speed horse. They went out. They kind of worked on each other. Hey Toby was somewhere around 11-1. Mudville 9, I factored in as being the pick, right? The 10. Again, this race was originally carded for the turf. So these are all horses that, it wasn't their preference to, quote unquote, you say that. I don't know if any was an MTO or anything like that. And then you had, I think it's Woodside Warrior. My scribbling, I can't really read it, but it's the 8 horse. And what I saw in that race is 2 things. Hey Toby kind of broke. He was in front. He was a co-leader, and hung on. Someone yesterday said we should put that in our stable, that horse, and I said I agree. But I also agree that this 8 should be in your stable, and this is the one that showed that maybe there's a change in the works in the surface. The 8 broke not all that great. I don't know if that's his style or not. And then they were last place until about just into the turn, about a quarter into the turn. Was second to last, and then closed. And if you watch that race, and I really encourage you to do so, just missed winning. The 10 was a raider and was like what I call a close closer, and was right there and was part of the equation and was the value. I'm not the value, but was the pick. But I also had the 8 to win and just missed, and that was very very indicative. So what does that tell us coming forward? I don't know. Maybe it means we got to watch the races on Wednesday and see, like, is the speed winning? Are they staying in the lead? Or are they getting caught? If Sunday's any indication, how we went from a couple that were winning on the lead to a couple who won while rated to one that came in second from a long distance, maybe the closers are going to have a chance on the upcoming week, and maybe that spells some sort of strategy that we start to formulate for the Travers. So keep that in mind. So, all right, horse racing enthusiasts, I'm trying to get over it, but I wanted to tell you, know how I am. We have to learn from these races. Good luck at the track. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe. Tell a friend, and then like the video as well, right? I'm enjoying doing this. I hope you're getting something out of it, and look forward to speaking soon. Thank you.